In my last video, I covered how United Airlines is absolutely changing the game when it comes to domestic economy class. Unlike Delta and American, however, United has many different cabin configurations on just single aircraft types. Let's see if flying in an older cabin really makes that big of a difference. Join me as I fly back from Fort Myers, Florida on board a United 737-800. The registration for this flight was November 76514, a 16-year-old 737-800. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, this is one of the newer 738s that United operates. United has 3 different configurations for their 738s. The mainland US 738s are 73Qs and 73Ys. However, they also operate a subfleet based out of Guam, and those are 73Us. The subfleet based out of Guam operates flights to and from Hawaii, some cities in Japan, and soon in 2025, United just announced they will even operate flights through Tokyo to some parts of Mongolia. The only distinguishable difference between the variants of the 737s in their fleet are how many Economy Plus seats they have. The 73Us that operate out of Guam have 42 Economy Plus seats. However, the 73Qs and 73Ys based out of the mainland US have 54 Economy Plus seats. From my understanding of things, it's hit or miss whether or not these planes on the mainland US come equipped with seatback screens. According to Aerolopa, there's no official way to tell what seats are on these planes until you get on them or the United Fleet website. Now, that is a great resource for you to use if you're flying on United. I highly suggest checking it out. I'll link it in the description. However, if you are kind of new to aviation and you're not an av geek, it is a little bit hard to navigate. Luckily, our flight back from Fort Myers did have seatback screens. However, there was only an option to stream live TV. Over the last several years, United has been insanely dedicated to retrofitting their cabins to put them on par with the likes of Delta and JetBlue. Luckily, on my last few United flights, I've experienced their new fantastic next cabin, which is incredibly comfortable. United has devoted so much time and money to make their cabin experience enjoyable, and quite frankly, I've been really impressed. United announced their next program just over 3 years ago in June of 2021, and since then, over 140 new narrow-body aircraft have been delivered. 283 of United's narrow-body fleet have been retrofitted with the next interior as of October 2024, which is just over 39% of their fleet. However, what happens if you're like us and you're stuck on a United flight with one of their older hard products? While I have a second, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Over 80% of my viewers are not subscribed, and I have some really fun trips coming up soon. I would hate for anyone to miss them. Of United's 141 737-800s, only 30 have been retrofitted with the next cabin. Those 30 aircraft have live DirecTV as well as the current streaming options that United has to offer and their in-flight entertainment catalog. Including the 30 aircraft with Next installed, 114 of the 141 738s have DirecTV via seatback screens. There are only 11 738s flying for United that have no seatback screens or even Wi-Fi, so make sure you check out that United fleet website before you go, or you could be in for a very boring flight. So I'm sitting here editing this video, and as of recording, unfortunately, this airplane just went into one of the hangars for United to actually upgrade it to the Next interior. Only a couple 800s, like I just said, have the Next interior. And so this will be the next one added. It's actually October 23rd as of recording this, and it will be in the air October 28th, flying revenue service again with the Next interior. However, it does make for a good video, and it does prove that United is actively improving their fleet of aging airplanes, which is a very good thing for the consumer, and really just unfortunate timing on my part flying on this specific airframe, even though it will be very much enjoyable for the coming years and the coming flights that it does. Oh well. On this airplane, there were 102 United Economy seats arranged in the typical 3-3 configuration. Each seat has 30 inches of pitch, 16.3 inches of width, and 2 inches of standard recline. Only First Class and Economy Plus seats on this airplane have power outlets, which is standard on most of United's 737-800s. United's website also has a 3D seat map of this plane that's interactive. However, I noticed they do not include any seatback screens on their 737-800 fleet. The service was once again great on this flight. The cabin was bright and the crew were friendly. They were really living up to their Fly the Friendly Skies motto. The only negative thing I could say about this experience was the person on the aisle next to my girlfriend. Apparently, I didn't see it, but he was sneaking his vape while we were in flight. Short PSA, please don't do this. Smoke in the cabin is a huge issue and could even lead to the plane being diverted. This was just mind-numbingly stupid. As we neared our destination, I really didn't have a thing to complain about. The flight was smooth and comfortable, and really, even though the cabin wasn't the most modern, it didn't hinder the enjoyment of this flight whatsoever. United has really gotten a bad rap over the last couple of decades, but the strides they're taking, both with their hard and soft products, have really started to show. One of the biggest things that really put me onto United is their app. Their app continues to be groundbreaking, not just because of the user interface, but because they have some really unique features within it, including one that will hold your flight for you if you have a tight connection. It's probably my favorite airline app to use, and even during this flight, I was able to book my next adventure, so stay tuned for that. Also, their credit card has been regarded as one of the best bang for your bucks cards out there. Now, I'm still a Delta Sky Miles card holder, but if I wasn't, the United card, that would be the one that I would go for. This was my first time flying into Dulles, and we got vectored for the one center approach. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to see the Udvar-Hazy Air and Space Museum out the window. However, we were treated to some stunning views of Northern Virginia, and I even got to scout out some golf courses that I could play at, and maybe even watch some planes fly by overhead. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and check out my other videos if you haven't yet already. I have a massive trip coming up in November, and I'm very excited to get to share that with you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.